See what you have to gain at johndeere.com/Operation Center.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you were thirsty. You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/Operations Center and unlock your operation.
For Friday, a high of 60 degrees. A cold front clearing the area will keep some scattered rain showers, especially towards the east, through this morning. Our wind is out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight we'll have a low of 44, isolated showers with a southwest wind turning westerly. That'll be around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then on Saturday, a high of 53, scattered rain and even a few snowflakes mixing in during the evening. Your west wind will gust up to 20 miles per hour on Saturday. By Sunday, just looking at only a slight chance for a few spotty showers and possibly a couple of snowflakes mixing in. Otherwise, drier, just cooler still. Only a high of 46 on Sunday before warming back to the 50s next week. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Matthew Mondro.
And currently 49 degrees at WSGW.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com. The Art Lewis Show is presented by Westside Decorating Center.
Yes, indeed. Westside Decorating Center at 5789 State Street in Saginaw is the sponsor of the Art Lewis Show. We thank them for that. Stop in, see their newly expanded showroom and their new product lines, including countertops. Everything you need for home decorating at Westside Decorating Center. Later on, after the 10 o'clock news, we'll have open phones for you, which we haven't done much of this week. But for this hour, it's Deja Vu. I'm sitting here looking across the console at a guest. And gee, I recognize this person because for 30 some odd years, we've probably sat here looking at each other because she was my former co-host of Listen to the Missus. And we say good morning to the one and only Sue Smith.
Good morning.
Good
Watch how
morning.
you affiliate my name with Deja Vu. I don't think I draw many people.
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way, but
no, that's okay. I figured out
funny.
that. I looked in the monitor here and I'm like giant compared to you.
Oh, I just because my camera's farther away
Oh,
than
that's
yours.
true. That's
I gotta
okay. That's
see if I can
okay.
make it
Where's
bigger.
that? There you go. A little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Just-
Anyway,
Yes.
Sue is here, and she's here because of a serious topic, to say the least, and that is, excuse me,
Mental health.
remember my
Yes,
allergy that I get
do,
every year?
yes, every
Still
year.
got it.
There you go.
Mental health is a serious subject today, and it's come to the forefront.
Well, yeah, you look at the crime, you look at all the things going on, and it's interesting. I talked to Sheriff Fetterspiel
Yeah.
and also some other people with the mental health commission through the county. And they say, you got people in jail and in prison, and a lot of them are not criminals.
no,
a lot of them have a mental
Yep.
health disease. Yeah.
And the reality also is that police officers are not mental health workers. I mean, they have to deal with the situation, but they're not trained to deal with a lot of this.
They're not trained, and people in emergency services, the ambulances and things. I feel bad for them because how do they,
Well, you are wearing a shirt that says NAMI. Anybody watching the
I
video stream
am.
can see it. Tell
Yep.
us what NAMI is.
Well, it's the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and it's there to educate people and also to help people who have a mental illness. There's the group that I have in Saginaw. I also call it "It's Okay Not to Be Okay" because
I
it
love that.
is.
It is.
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. In fact, I have a duck for you. It's okay not to be okay if you get stressed out, which you might do on occasion.
Yes.
I'll
I'll be
get it
happy
to
to
you.
have that if it's a de-stressor.
It is, and it's hockey.
And I'll tell you, you talk about mental illness.
Yeah.
It is a disability.
Yeah.
And today, when I get out of here, I'm going to run over to Saginaw Valley State University
Okay.
because Special Olympics.
There
are
you go. There you go. And that's got to be a challenge too for some of the parents.
Oh, it's a big
and the
challenge. I know some of
people-
them. That's why I'm going over. So
Yeah,
it's-
and some of the people who have a special, or they have a special needs
Yep.
challenge because they've got to have frustration too. So, but anyway, it's kind of threefold, I guess you would say, trifold, because there's support groups in the area, and there's also education. You can go if you have a family member who has a mental health challenge. You can go to classes. It's 8 weeks, I believe, and you can go to classes, and it's called Family to Family, and it's families talking to other families about their challenges and also learning about different kinds of mental illness. And then there's also
it's like a
peer-
support group.
yeah, well, it's mainly learning about. There's big books, there's big books that you get, so you have information there to take with you as a tool. And then peer to peer is where you learn about mental illness, but that's for a person who actually has a mental challenge. So you've got those three things, and the support group is the one that meets regularly. So
Sue talks about this, so I'm not bashful of asking her
mhm.
what led you to this.
To NAMI
Well,
or
and
to all of this?
to all of it.
To my fun journey.
Let's go back
Yeah.
to the beginning.
Yeah. I'm taking out my journals and putting them, writing them as a book. So hopefully it'll be on
Oh,
the
cool.
bestseller list
That'd be
someday.
great.
I'll get you an autographed copy.
Thank you very
Um,
much. Am I mentioned?
And I probably in there somewhere. But yeah, I think you are talking about the work situation. I don't know how far back I started thinking about this. I don't know how far back it actually goes because there's little things along the way that you notice.
Yeah.
And is this normal or not normal?
I mean, I have a start in my mind. I don't know the date though, but I know when it started for you
Yeah.
here, where it revealed itself. How's that?
Yeah, and that was when things really started. I think I would say 1998.
That'd
Yeah.
be probably about.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
And, it was one of those things that things started sliding. And when you're around people day after day, in a normal work day or home type situation, you don't really notice those things because it's,
That's
but little by
interesting.
little. Yes.
Interesting you mentioned that because I can testify to that.
Yeah.
With you.
Yeah.
Sue and I worked together for a lot of years.
32 years, I figured.
That's
yeah.
about right. And until one day in the studio
Mhm.
when Sue literally went catatonic.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had no idea that Sue had any issues.
You didn't know before that? Wow.
Nope. No,
You
because,
did though.
because of being with you so much,
Right.
and
right,
understanding your personality.
Right.
I think I substituted the word personality
Okay.
for some of the things that I
Right,
might have now
right,
gone back and
right.
said, oh, there was a sign.
Right.
But I had no idea.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, the interesting thing, when you work with so many different people and personalities, I came back there and our chief engineer would come back every day to my office and he'd stand there and he normally could be really boisterous and, real full of life. And he'd come back and he'd say, how you doing?
Mhm.
Just very softly. How you doing today?
Yeah.
And just talk a little bit. And other people totally would ignore you because, and this is the way it is in life too. Some people will totally ignore you. Some people will,
No, that's that.
they don't know what to say.
There's twofold. That's one of them.
Yeah.
People don't know how to react.
Right.
The other is ignorance because of the stigma.
The stigma is with a capital S, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, they would, I went to a board meeting. I was on the board for the Reed Association, which
Right.
I love those guys. It was probably 30 years, I think.
Yeah.
And when I announced I was coming out, the looks on
Yeah,
their faces were pretty funny.
Yeah. Let's understand coming out has multiple meanings, folks.
But I said, I'm coming forward and saying I have bipolar disorder. And it's funny. I mean, these are guys that I've known for years. And one would come up and say, I'm so sorry. They tap you on the shoulder. I'm so sorry. And another one would say, they give you a hug or something. But it's not like I've got a contagious disease,
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Just before I take a break here.
Mm-hmm.
Then and now.
Mm-hmm.
I know the then because I've watched you go
Right.
through all those
Right.
treatments. This may be the wrong word, but I'll use it anyway.
Yeah.
Are you better now? By that I mean, have you finally stabilized rather than the hills and valleys and ups and downs
Yeah.
and all of that comes with bipolar? Do you feel more even keel?
Compared to then, I guess. There's still the ups and downs. I mean, there's times when I can't get my head off the pillow for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
There's times like I was doing juicing recently, wanted to lose some weight.
Yeah.
I have 3 meds that make you gain weight,
Yeah.
and that's not good. I mean, but this morning even my hands were quivering, just trying to get off of that. And I've only done it for a week. So there's little things that can throw you off. But mentally, most of the time, not all the time, there's still their peaks and valleys.
And there's somebody else in her life we have to talk about. His name is Scott.
Mhm.
He is in my world
Mm-hmm.
a saint,
And mine too.
and
Mhm.
yours too.
Mhm.
We'll talk more about that. We've got to take a break. We'll be back chatting with Sue Smith about mental health and something coming up at Ollie at SVSU. We'll talk about that. More ahead here on the Art Lewis Show. Right now, let's see if we can give away a little bit of money. Time to play WSGW's Baseball Bucks, presented by Westside Decorating Center. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering this baseball word online at WSGW.com. And the word this hour is Diamondbacks, like in the Arizona Diamondbacks. DIAMONDBACKS, Diamondbacks. It's an Alpha Media company-wide contest. Must be 18 or older to play. One winner chosen each day. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Baseball Bucks presented by Westside Decorating Center on WSGW.
The Home Builders Association of Midland invites you to the Home and Outdoor Living Expo. Join event sponsors Horizon Bank and Dow Credit Union, and support sponsor Rent Right. Saturday, April 29th, 9 till 6, and Sunday, April 30th, 11 till 4 at Dow Diamond in Midland. Visit indoor and outdoor exhibitors, concessions all weekend, and Family Fun Day sponsored by Lawrence Smith Windows and Doors on Sunday from noon till 3. Hourly giveaways and a chance to win a suite for $20 and a $500 food and drink voucher to a Loons baseball game.
Dream it, book it, golf it. This season, head to the Island Resort and Casino, your Midwest golf destination, with 2 top-ranked courses in 2022. Sweetgrass, ranked number 10, and Sage Run, ranked number 20. Dramatically different, but equally exceptional. Visit islandresortgolf.com for package details. To book your package, call 877-ISL-GREEN. Stop dreaming of great golf. Start playing it at the Island. Book today for best availability.
Do bank closures, inflation rate hikes, and the roller coaster of the market frighten you as much as it does me? You need to call Oxford Gold. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call, and you pick the precious metals. That's it. You now own real precious metals. Call Oxford Gold today and learn more about the 1, 2, 3 protection plan at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Countryside Killers, say your prayers. Sister Boniface is back on the case.
What is it, sister? I think we have our motive for murder.
The Cotswolds' brilliant Detective Nunn returns in BritBox's much-loved spin-off of Father Brown.
So he was...
electrocuted, yes. How shocking. Oh.
Season 2 of Sister Boniface Mysteries is now streaming exclusively on BritBox.
Most intriguing.
Undeniably British, undeniably brilliant.
I'm Elizabeth MacDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Procter & Gamble's shares are up 2.5% after the company reported a better-than-expected quarter. P&G makes everything from Bounty paper towels to Tide and Charmin brands. P&G says it raised prices by about 10% across various brands from a year ago. Its sale volume declined, but overall sales increased, a sign shoppers are buying less but paying more. P&G is optimistic and has raised its sales outlook. The Wall Street Journal says the Federal Reserve may close a loophole that allows some mid-sized banks to work around reporting losses on securities they hold. And Japan's largest internet bank went public today at the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Rakuten Bank was the biggest stock launch in Japan since 2018. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my outdoor magazine show Sunday mornings, 9 till noon on WSGW. But now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on WSGW 790 AM and 100.5 FM.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. In studio with me, Sue Smith, and we are talking about mental health. And Sue has told her story about it and helps many others through their problems. May, by the way, coming up is National Mental Health Awareness Month.
Mm-hmm.
And May 8th is a day to come to Saginaw Valley State University. What's happening on May 8th?
Well, I'm excited. I'm going to do a session on It's Okay Not to Be Okay, kind of educating people on mental illness, how to spot it, because we certainly know that's been an issue, and how to find help for people or even yourself that might need it. So it's going to be fun. It'll be interactive. So educational, but also we'll make it a little fun too.
It's part of OLLI at
Mhm.
SVSU. So there is a charge. OLLI members, it's $20, non-members $40. And you want to give out your number because it's on this sheet of paper.
Well, there is a phone number. Gosh, I didn't bring my reading glasses. Talk about getting older. But there is a number to call. I hate that. But although they are cool when they sit around your neck,
Yes,
with the
of course.
strap and stuff, you look very educated. 989-964-4475. You can register and you can go to this if you are a member, if you aren't a member, if you are a member, there's lots of other opportunities to go to classes and on trips and things. So, and I wanted to give.
But what I like is she still has her old website, Cooking
I do.
Mrs.
Well, yeah. My email.
Email.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Cooking Mrs. COOKINGMRS at sbcglobal.net.
And you can email me there too and say, hey, I got some questions, or if you want to just say hi. NAMI also has a website, which is NAMI,
NAMI.
NAMI, Genesee.org, because that is like our parent NAMI. We're just kind of like the little sister, but they still oversee things that we do here. Good people. So, yes, go ahead.
Have we made any progress in getting past the stigma of mental health?
No, maybe a
You don't
little
think
bit, a little bit, maybe.
'Cause
One
there's so
thing,
much awareness. I mean, we hear about it all the time
right?
now.
But what probably people don't know is that 1 in 5 people will have a mental illness in their lifetime. 1 in 5, some sort of mental
Actually,
challenge.
I
Actually,
have
it's
to
1
tell
in
you,
4. Yeah.
I would think that number would be higher because I think all of us at some point in our lives
Right. Nowadays.
have some kind of mental issue.
Mhm.
It may not be diagnosable
True.
and
Yeah.
it may be short-lived,
Right.
but you wake up and maybe you feel depressed one day. You know, I mean, we all go through that.
Mhm.
I would think, mental health to me anyway is no different than any other kind of health issue.
Right. Right.
We all suffer them at one time or another.
And you add in COVID, the figure's now about 1 in 4 because of that. So because
And
of
those
the,
are diagnosable. Right?
Yeah. But do they get diagnosed? Do people know where to
Well,
turn? And people are embarrassed a lot of times.
That's well, you just
Yeah.
headed right into where I was going because most people don't want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want to talk about it because either they're embarrassed, they're afraid of the stigma and what it might do to them.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of reasons.
Reputation.
Sure. Yeah, that's all part of it, isn't it? It really is.
I've also dealt with some people, and I know throughout the country, there's some people who have had a death in their family and they're having a hard time dealing with. So, or they might have another member that's had trouble. And so a lot of people are trying to get somebody in their family to get help because they're dealing with some sort of stress or whatever. And you can't just push them into going somewhere. Yeah.
It's interesting you mentioned that.
Mhm.
That, my wife died, and that was in January.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
And what I found interesting in just the way I see things,
Mm-hmm.
how different people approach you
Mm-hmm.
because they're never quite sure what to say.
No.
I was given one piece of interesting advice from someone, though, who said, everybody will come up and say, if you need anything, call me.
Right.
Her advice was take advantage of it.
Well, exactly. Yeah. And a lot of people
thought about that, and I don't like to do that to people, but
Sure.
the more I thought about it, they're sincere and they mean it, hopefully,
Right.
So
I think people do. They just don't know what to do. And one thing in that situation is just do something. Don't just ask because, like you said, a lot of people don't want to reach out. So make something, do something, call once in a while because after the time happens, it's good to call people and keep up with them and make sure they're doing okay. Make cream puffs or something.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, somebody did that for me.
Had to eat some on the way there. No, just kidding.
But the thing that I also found was the best advice I got was from people who just lived through it.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
had been through the
Yeah,
situation,
exactly.
understood the situation.
You have to have somebody there who understands. And I think that's why NAMI has a situation where you have other people that have dealt with it. The people that lead like peer to peer and family to family, they're actual people who are living through it. So they know what to say.
Well,
They
you're
can
doing
actually
that.
say, I
Yeah.
know how you feel because I have been there.
But that's what you're doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly what you're doing with
Yeah.
your group, right?
And what happens is people like my group is for people that are living through it right now. And I've had a couple people who have come because, I've got a daughter or a son or a spouse that I don't know what to do. So at least we can get them headed in the right direction.
Yeah, well, I mentioned before the break, Sue is married to an angel, Scott Smith, who I've known for as long as I've known Sue.
Mhm.
And he's been your salvation, hasn't he?
Yeah, he just, I asked him one day, I said, well, one thing I said is, you see me and you see when I start going over the top and you see when I'm headed down. I said, can you just let me know so I can kind of head it off at the pass? And he goes, oh, that ship has already sailed.
I can hear him say that.
Sometimes I know. And one time he said, it's hard. And I said, now, how do you mentally deal with this? And he said, I just know if you're down, you're going to go back up. And if you're up, you're going to go back down. And it's just riding the wave.
Yeah. He's seen it.
But there's a song. Oh, I wanted to mention Next to Normal is a Broadway play. It has locally, Pit and Balcony did a wonderful job with it. And I walked in there.
Brian Darcy James was in
He
that
was
at
in
one
that.
time.
That's why I want to mention it. Yeah. It's a bipolar musical. And it literally, the lyrics are so true. And he sings a song that, I wonder about Scott sometimes if he could sing it because it's called Who's Crazy?
I think he got a Tony nomination for it.
I think
I'm not
he
sure,
did.
or a director's
Yeah.
award. He got something for it.
The show got multiple Tonys and it was, on Broadway. And there's one called that I picture Scott singing is called Who's Crazy? The me or the person I'm living with,
I don't like that word though.
Yeah, you know what? Crazy. If somebody calls me crazy, I can take offense to that. Can I call myself crazy? Yeah, I can say, boy, that's a crazy thing I did. Or,
well, that's
gosh,
different. That's different.
This food is crazy good. But if somebody
I think
said,
that
I think
encourages
you're
the
crazy.
stigma. That's why I don't like it.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're talking to Sue Smith. By the way, I think what we're going to do here, if you'd like to chat with Sue, we'll open up the phones, 989-752-6111, the number to call. We'd love to chat with you on this Friday. Let me talk to you about my friends at McDonald Ford in Freeland. I've known the Ford family. I wish. I've known the McDonald family for 40 plus years since I arrived here. It's almost 50 years now. And fabulous people. And Tom Jr. and his son Tom III have the dealership in Freeland, the Ford dealership. And Tom Jr. wants you to know that not only are they a Ford dealership, but in their pre-owned lot, you'll find all kinds of marques. They're more than just a Ford dealership. You'll find Chevys and Dodges and Chryslers and Jeeps and Buicks and you name it, you'll find it. Even foreign marques occasionally. There's an Audi out there. There's been a Mercedes-Benz. You'll find them all. And they're all inspected with a 100-point inspection process. And then on top of that, they have a fabulous service department that stands behind everything they sell, from minor repairs to major repairs. They have the Drive Collision Center, where I will be next Saturday for the Walleye Festival and their car show. They also have the quick lane change. So all of that is available to you at McDonald Ford. The biggest thing, though, is when you go to McDonald Ford, you're going to feel like family because it is a family business and they want you to be a part of the family. Stop in and see them, 6790 Midland Road in Freeland, McDonald Ford.
We can't see tomorrow, but we can hear it. Tomorrow sounds like hydrogen being added to natural gas to make it more sustainable. It sounds like solar panels generating thousands of megawatts. And it sounds like carbon being captured and stored, keeping it out of our atmosphere. We've been bridging to a sustainable energy future for more than 20 years. Because what we do today helps ensure tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. You've made contributions to your 401k every single paycheck for years. Tune in Sundays at 8 a.m. on WSGW for your Financial Empower Hour with Jason and Carl Kreiderman from Great Lakes Investment in Midland. They will give you information like how your 401k's tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes. Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a guide that will teach you how to avoid an IRS early distribution penalty and full taxation on rollovers, the little-known weapon you can use, your most mistake-proof option, and more. Request your guide today at 989-835-7203 or visit GreatLakesInvestmentAdvisors.com. This commercial shall in no way be construed as solicitation to sell securities or advisory services of any state other than Michigan or where otherwise permitted. Topics should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation. Advisory services offered through Great Lakes Investment Advisors, a registered investment advisor in the state of Michigan.
I'm Rocky Moselle with StarRegistry.com. Since we were children, we've been told to reach for the stars. It was great advice. Now it's a great gift. Name a star after someone. For $54 and a call to 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com, we will name a star after someone very special to you and send an incredible personalized gift. The new star name will be recorded in book form in the U.S. Copyright Office. Call the Star Registry, 800-282-3333 or visit StarRegistry.com for the hottest gift.
General RV is having a factory direct pricing sale. Factory direct. It's all happening April 19th through the 23rd. We want to make it easy for you to get out camping, so we're rolling back prices. They can't get any lower. That means thousands of dollars in savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and more. General RV is having a factory direct pricing sale. Only at General RV in Birch Run off I-75.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Mi gente on air. Bobby Pulido is one of the big names in Mexican Tejano music, and he's headed to the Soaring Eagle Casino on May 6th for Cinco de Mayo. I'm your host, Larry Rodarte, and this week we continue our Tejano Superstar series with Bobby Pulido, talking about his music, his life, and coming to Michigan. Join us.
Mi gente on air, Sunday evenings at 8 on WSGW.
Has this ever happened to you? Your significant other says, we've got to redo the kitchen, and you break out into a cold sweat?
Well, don't worry. It's a common condition, something we call needless remodeling anxiety, and we've got the cure. Heck, we are the cure. Hi, I'm Tom Kreitler.
And I'm Leslie Segretti. Whether you do it yourself or direct it yourself, we can help you keep your project on track and on budget.
So join us this weekend for the Money Pit Home Improvement Radio Show.
The Money Pit, Saturday mornings at 9 on WSGW.
The WSGW Broadcasting Studios are sponsored by the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center in Midland.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. Sue Smith in studio with me. And I mentioned that we will accept callers, and we have one. And we say good morning to Robert. Robert, good morning. You're on with Art and Sue.
Good morning. How are you both today?
We're doing well.
Good.
Good. Hey, I heard you say that Scott, Sue's husband, was an angel. Well, I'm here to dispute that. He's a really nice guy. But as far as I'm concerned, Sue is my angel.
Oh.
She made my dreams come true 32 years ago.
We were just talking about that, Robert. I know why, too. Tell everybody why.
She chose me to be a winner on a contest, and we were married live over the radio by Judge Clark while we were going down the road on the Saginaw trolley.
I was going to say it was on the trolley. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were
and
the
then
days.
25 years later, she she set it up, and we renewed our vows with Judge Clark right in the studio, probably where you're sitting right now.
Yep.
That was classic.
And that was 7 years ago, and it's been 32 years.
Wow.
And,
Congratulations.
Sue is one of my my second favorite lady in the whole wide world.
I hope your wife's
Thank
first.
you.
My wife, yes.
That's
It
great.
hasn't been
Thank you.
boring, that's for sure.
Yeah. And you've seen the ups and downs of Sue, definitely.
Oh yeah, we've talked over the years. We're quite close Facebook friends, as a matter of fact.
Yes, we
So-
are. Yeah.
And
But
if she's like, I'm over here today, and it's like if it's somewhere public, I try to go and make an appearance.
And I have to say, I've been very blessed to have very good radio friends, family, associates. So I'm very thankful for all of you too.
Yeah, that was probably one of the major perks of being involved with that whole thing. The second major perk was not having to pay for a wedding. That was really good too. I like
Truth
that
comes
part.
out. Truth comes out.
I love
What
it.
happened, Sue? That bill got lost in the mail? Is that the
That's one thing about, not knowing your mental issues or something, but I could get just fired up, and I had quite the job to be able to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sue was our promotions director at the time. We had 2 radio stations in the building, and Sue handled promotions on both of them. And she kept us busy. She kept us busy.
Was it 4 or 5 years later? I actually made a call for one of my friends, and Sue got him in, and then of course, in response for that, he made me be his best man. I was the best man when they did the Apple Mountain skiing ceremony.
We did have fun.
Those were the days.
Yeah.
Those were the days you could do all that stuff. It was great. It was great.
But you mentioned doing both stations. I also, on top of that, did traffic where you schedule all the commercials one time.
You were doing that. I forgot you did that for a while.
For 3 weeks, because Chris Mendel was
Right.
gone for 3 weeks out of the country. And I remember Rick Belcher, who was our program director at the time, he's like, calm down. People are worried, because I was majorly stressed out. So if you see little hints of those things earlier in life, they were there, the beginnings. Yeah.
All right. Well, Robert, congratulations on 32 years and many more.
Thank you very much. It was great talking to both of you.
Tell Beth we
And
said
I'll
hi.
talk to you. I'll talk to you soon, Sue.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. I have to explain what I gave to you. I came in with a
I
little
have
hockey
things.
duck. The duck is hockey,
This
and
is
you have,
from McDonald GMC, right?
yeah, that's a duck whistle. And
duck whistle?
I know, yes.
Does
So
it
the
sound
whole
like a duck?
it kind of does,
right.
actually. You can open it up.
Just a
It's not loud though, because I've given them to kids, and I tell the parents they're not super loud. They're not that obnoxious. And the other duck is a rubber duck, and it's a hockey version of a duck. And the idea is, with all of those things, a friend of mine told me to say quack quack like water off a duck's back. There you go. Well, like I said, they're not too loud. Unless you blow them out. But the idea is, when you get stressed out, just think quack quack like water off a duck's back, because water does not stay on a duck's back, it repels it. So it just kind of reminds you to let those problems flow.
Oh,
so I have a
very
duck.
clever.
If you can see my dashboard, I have a giant duck on the dashboard, and probably one in every house in the room, any room in the house. Good grief.
All right. If you want to talk to Sue, lines open 989-752-6111. 401k can be an important asset for many American retirements. You made contributions to your 401k every single paycheck for years and even decades. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs, but its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes. Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a guide that will teach you how to avoid an IRS early distribution penalty and full taxation on rollovers. The little-known weapon you can use, your most mistake-proof option, and more. Request your guide today by calling 989-835-7203 or visit GreatLakesInvestmentAdvisors.com. This commercial shall in no way be construed as a solicitation to sell securities or advisory services of any state other than Michigan or where otherwise permitted. Topics should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation, Advisory services offered through Great Lakes Investment Advisors, a registered investment advisor of the state of Michigan.
Are you ready for new flooring but not sure you can afford it? Hi, this is Marianne from Warden Interiors in Frankenmuth. Get new floors at a price you can afford with Mohawk Spring National Savings Event. Save up to 30% on select top-quality Mohawk products like Smart Strand and Everstrand carpet. Also choose from some of today's most popular laminate wood and luxury vinyl styles. During Mohawk Spring National Savings Event, you'll get more floor at prices you can't beat. Warden Interiors on North Main Street in Frankenmuth will help you bring it all together.
For the best garage doors, service and more, call the Delta Door Doctor. He knows doors.
It's springtime. The temperature goes up. The temperature goes down. Just like your garage door, right? It doesn't. Sounds like you need the door doctor. Call Delta Door today. It might just need a little tune-up. Or maybe it's time for a new door or opener. Since 1939, they've been fixing garage doors. Probably your parents. Maybe even your grandparents. Homeowners have learned to depend on the door doctor for the right prescription every time. If you've been thinking about a new garage door, think no more. Remember, in their more than 8 decades, they've seen it all. The Delta Door Doctor. He makes calls even where you live.
For the best garage doors, service and more, call the Delta Door Doctor. Delta Door.
Delta Door, 2835 Universal Drive, Saginaw.
When I grow up, I want to be a race car driver. My mom says I could be an astronaut. Someday, I'm going to be turned into sugar and made into the world's stickiest, sweetest lollipop ever.
Provosol fungicide from BASF helps every sugar beet live up to its fullest potential. Advanced disease control means you get enhanced Cercospora leaf spot protection and more recoverable sucrose. Help your sugar beets achieve their dreams and maximize your yield potential with Provosol fungicide. Always read and follow label directions.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for Blossom Spa and Boutique in Saginaw. You can get half off of a neck firming treatment. It's a $60 value, but you are getting it for only $30. You can also get a basic facial. That's normally $50, but you are getting it for just $25. Both of these deals half off? Yeah, it's true. Head to RocketGrabPlus.com right now and snag your deal before they sell out.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
Hello, Michigan. I'm John Gonzalez.
And I'm Amy Sherman. We've got big news.
We're back! And you can join us Sundays at 1 p.m. as we once again go behind the mitten.
We'll take you to every corner of the state, sharing the stories that make Michigan great.
Find a hidden gem or a new favorite spot that might be located right in your hometown.
We'll go above the bridge and taste our way across the state.
Join us Sundays at 1 p.m. right here on 100.5 and 790 News Radio, WSGW.
Hi, we're back with you. In studio is Sue Smith. I'm Art Lewis. And back to our phones. And could have guessed that this person was going to call you. Carol is in Sheridan.
Good morning.
Good morning, sweetheart. We really, really miss you. There's some that have a hard time missing you.
Well, we need to go back to Cops and Donuts and get together again.
I know. I know. And what I was going to tell you, I don't know, and I can't quite remember the name of it, and I didn't find it, but the old Traverse City Hospital was where they sent people. Do you remember the name of that place? It's like Commune or something like that.
You know, I don't. Actually, I've been in there. I mean, not when it was operating the way it was.
I've been in there too.
When they have the gift shops and things.
Yeah.
Well, I had a cousin that was in there that when it was, a mental health thing. But that is a really cool ride up there in the grounds because, the men done the farming and, different things. Yeah. And that's a really neat ride if people want to go someplace fun.
Yeah, it is. It is interesting. My godmother was in there for a while, and you talk about not talking about things. My mom never really said anything till years later about how she was in that hospital, because I really didn't know. People didn't talk about it, and she was there. Luckily, she wasn't there for a real long time. She was able to come home and stuff. But yeah, there were stories about some of those hospitals, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And if you go up there, I think it's kind of interesting if people do go up there to read about and to look at the pictures and some of the history there. I think they have a tour of the tunnel or something like that.
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah. And that's a
but
really good point.
And if you like flowers and things and trees, they donated different trees or experiment on trees, and it's really cool. And of course the state was going to rip it all down at one time.
Yeah,
and it was luckily saved.
It was called the Traverse City State Hospital.
There you
go. But I can't remember the name.
That was the name of it.
Oh, I know, hon, but I mean, see, he's just like he always was, Sue. He just won't quit, Willie.
Are you thinking of the name now?
Yeah, it's
Commons.
like Commune or something like that.
Commons.
Commons.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I was
Commons.
close. I was
Yeah,
close.
you're close.
But, and just sweet to talk to you, and we love you. And is that what you tell people when they're suffering from anything? Is we just love you? Is that all right?
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah.
Is that all right to
It
tell
is
people?
very comforting for people. Yeah. Well, I think it's important for people to know that. I mean, I've always felt loved, but there's, other things that come into play. So,
yeah.
But you're right. That's a very sweet thing to say.
Yeah. Well, you guys take care and make Art mind a little bit. Without you,
now why would I change?
He does.
Well, he picks on women. You'll notice he
I
shorts
do
women,
not.
but anymore he makes sure that he has a commercial break, so he gives me enough time. So I do. I do.
Oh,
I
Carol.
do. You might like this. Everybody else knows that, but we bought our monument for the cemetery. And on my side, it says she never shuts up.
Oh.
And on John's side, it says he never listened.
Oh no, that's hilarious.
I love it.
And it's on our. I mean, it's etched in there.
Yeah, that's great. I love
My
it.
late wife on mine would have put selected hearing.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's time. There's time.
There's so much to listen to at my house. Yes.
All right.
Well, you folks take care, and we miss you,
Take care,
Sue.
Carol. Thanks,
Yeah.
Carol.
Thanks.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye-bye now.
Oh, one of a
We
kind.
did, over the years of 30 some odd years of listening to the misses that we did together. There were a lot of friends came out of that. A lot of people came out of that.
Definitely. What's really funny too is when you don't even know this, but we were in Dan the Mattress Man years ago, and this woman came up and she's like right there and she goes, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, just a minute till we had a commercial break. So I go over there and she's looking at me. She gets right up in my face. I wasn't insulting her, but she's right up my face and she goes, remember me? I'm like, what? She had been the main night nurse that had been such a dear, so helpful to me when I was in Saginaw Harris and second floor Maine. Yeah. She was the nurse there. And do you remember? I was cracking up because how many thousands of people you meet, but there's some great people out there, and it's actually fun to hear from them again and thank them for what they did.
I'll tell you what we're going to do.
Yes.
Because the clock is against us here. So you're going to stick around.
Okay.
And we'll take calls. Somebody's calling in now, but we're not going to be able to get them on right now.
Okay.
So have them call back. Jonathan, if you can hear me, have them call back after 10 o'clock. And we'll continue our soiree with Sue Smith here on WSGW. Don't you think?
Sure. I'm up for it. We used to have an hour and a half anyway. So.
Yeah, that's right.
What the heck?
We'll reminisce about some of those days. I think it'd be kind of fun to do.
Oh, man.
Anyhow, we'll take a pause here, and then we will be back to close out this hour.
Looking to pay less at the pump? Next time you fill up, head over to one of our 26 local Forward Shell convenience stores where you'll save at least 5 cents off a gallon on every fill up with the Shell Fuel Rewards. Earn 10, 20, and even 30 cents more off a gallon when you make purchases in-store on some of your favorite snacks and drinks. Or grab 2 for $3 king-size Hershey bars at the front counter. That's Fuel Rewards at your area Forward Shell convenience stores, a family-owned Michigan tradition since 1925.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to goodrx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Chimeric antigen T-cell therapy, or CAR T-cell therapy, is a unique, personalized approach that harnesses a patient's own T-cells and genetically engineers them to recognize and attack cancer. Among patients with large B-cell lymphoma, or LBCL, it's making a difference in this difficult-to-treat blood cancer. Dr. Manali Kamdar is an associate professor of medicine and clinical director of lymphoma services at the University of Colorado Hospital.
The safety profile and effectiveness seen with CAR T-cell therapy reinforces use among appropriate large B-cell lymphoma patients. Advances in treatment have created a shift in the nearly 30-year standard practice, increasing the potential of long-term remission for more patients.
Patients treated with CAR T-cell therapy may experience serious side effects, including cytokine release syndrome and neurotoxicity, which can happen in the first few days to several weeks after infusion. Talk to a doctor to see if CAR T-cell therapy is right for you. For more information, visit bms.com/celltherapyinfo. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb.
Hello, I'm Mike Percha, the editor of the WSGW newsletter. Every weekday, I help coordinate the local Saginaw, Bay City, and Midland news being sent directly to your inbox. It's free and will help keep you in touch with the Great Lakes Bay region. To get the WSGW newsletter, sign up online at WSGW.com, scroll down the homepage, and click on the WSGW newsletter sign up box. And please let your family and friends know how easy it is to sign up for the WSGW newsletter.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my outdoor magazine show Sunday mornings 9 till noon on WSGW, but now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on WSGW 790 AM and 100.5 FM.
It's Barclay Van Camp and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
All right, that'll do it for hour number one of the Art Lewis Show for this Friday morning. Sue Smith with me. She's going to hang around, and we'll have phones next hour. You can call in and chat with us. We'll reminisce about some of the days gone by here at WSGW. Meantime, news from CBS and the local report with Michael Percha in the WSGW newsroom. All of that is ahead. We'll be back right after that.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin in Florida, where young people plan to make a statement today. Correspondent Jim Krasula has our top story.
Hundreds of high school and college students across Florida plan to walk out of classes today over what they see as state government censorship and anti-LGBTQ policies. It's a defiance of the state's crackdown on lessons dealing with race and Black history, as well as new laws affecting LGBTQ students.
The power always resides with the people. And it's going to be this generation who is going to right the wrongs that have been happening in our state.
Nikki Fried is chairwoman of the Florida Democratic Party.
This week, Governor DeSantis defended his policies toward what he feels are inappropriate subjects.
We will never, ever surrender to the woke mob. Florida is where woke goes to die.
We should hear from the Supreme Court on access to an abortion pill before the day is out. Justices have set a self-imposed midnight deadline to decide whether a federal judge in Texas had the legal right to impose restrictions on access to mifepristone nationwide. A House Republican in Tennessee who voted to expel 3 fellow lawmakers over a gun protest has resigned after he was found guilty of sexually harassing an intern. It came hours after Congressman Scotty Campbell was confronted by WTVF reporter Phil Williams.
You asked her about how many men she had slept with, and then asked about how many women she had slept with?
No.
So you're saying she's just making all of this up?
I'm saying that we had a consensual adult conversation.
Texans are dealing with the remains of a powerful storm system that killed at least 3 people in Oklahoma. Brandon Brammer had to climb out of his car window when heavy rain flooded the streets of Austin.
It started off as a just
normal side on the curb kind of water, and then basically you just got deeper and deeper, and it was just like a pool, basically.
A tornado spotted in Tyler, Texas. Attorneys general from 18 states asking the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration for a recall on Hyundais and Kias manufactured between 2011 and 2022 because they don't have anti-theft devices. California AG Rob Bonta.
When these cars are stolen, they have led to injuries, they've led to death, they've led to other crimes being committed using those vehicles.
He says almost all other new cars do come with anti-theft features. Not all celebrities have had their Twitter check marks erased.
These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Elon Musk's reportedly kicking in the $8 a month so William Shatner, Stephen King, and LeBron James can have them. Others, including Beyonce and Elmo, opted out. This is CBS News.
Hire with minimal effort and maximum success with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in one place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
At Wildfire Credit Union, our team will tell you that everything we do is for our members because it's about you always.
One of my Wildfire coworkers contacted me after 5 p.m. one day. She was working with a member in a rush to meet with a seller of a vehicle she wanted to purchase. I double-checked her loan application right then. I emailed it out to her while she was on her way to the branch so that she could sign electronically. We had her check ready for her when she arrived by 6 p.m. Teamwork makes the dream work. For our member, the dream was finding a car, applying for a loan, and buying it in one day. And the Wildfire team made it work.
Saving members money, providing personalized service, going the extra mile. That's Wildfire Credit Union. Find out for yourself. Call, click, or come by any Wildfire location to experience banking the way it's supposed to be, where it's about you always. Wildfire Credit Union. Distinctively better. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Hi, I'm Jim Blau, owner of Mid-Michigan Canine Academy. As most of you know already, our Redemption Crew has the most effective dog training methods in Michigan, transforming hundreds of dogs and families' lives each year. But you may not know about our premier boarding, day camp, and grooming services. Aren't you tired of booking out for weeks to get your dog cleaned, clipped, and looking sharp? We're taking on new clients, have immediate availabilities, even on Sundays. Book online at mid-michigancanineacademy.com. That's mid-michigancanineacademy.com.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
For Friday, a high of 60 degrees. A cold front clearing the area will keep some scattered rain showers, especially towards the east, through this morning. Our wind is out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we'll have a low of 44, isolated showers with a southwest wind turning westerly. That'll be around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then on Saturday, a high of 53, scattered rain and even a few snowflakes mixing in during the evening. Your west wind will gust up to 20 miles per hour on Saturday. By Sunday, just looking at only a slight chance for a few spotty showers and possibly a couple of snowflakes mixing in. Otherwise, drier, just cooler still. Only a high of 46 on Sunday before warming back to the 50s next week. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Matthew Mondro.
Currently 48 degrees in the Great Lakes Bay region.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com. The Art Lewis Show is presented by Westside Decorating Center.
And indeed, we are brought to you by Westside Decorating Center, 5789 State Street in Saginaw. Stop in, visit them, see their newly expanded showroom and product lines at Westside Decorating Center. With me in studio this morning, held over for another hour.
An encore.
An encore. Wow. Former colleague, co-host, Listen to the Missus, and good friend Sue Smith. And if you have anything you'd like to chat with Sue about, whether it's the mental health or other things, give us a call, 989-752-6111. We got one waiting.
And say you opened that one wide open.
Yeah. Here's Carl in Saginaw. Carl, good morning.
Good morning, Art. I actually called. I thought it was open line. I'm calling about the SpaceX launch yesterday.
That's all right. Sue will chime in.
Okay.
Well, some people say I'm spacey.
That's funny you called about that. I was going to chat about that this morning because it was a success and then it blew up.
Yeah. Well, yes, we all saw the rocket explode, but did you hear what the euphemism that they used? They said it was a rapid, unintended disassembly.
Yeah.
Disassembly.
Yeah. I think that was Musk that said that. The thing about it was, though, and you talk to them, you hear them, it was a success because it cleared the tower. That's the first time it ever cleared the tower. It blew up many times before. This time they finally got it up to go up in the air.
I guess that's setting your expectations pretty low.
Well, that's not, listen, could you build one? I can't,
No, I haven't done one lately. When I was about 15, I had some of these model rockets.
Oh yeah, I had those.
That you'd buy the engines at the hobby store and
all that good stuff. Yep, absolutely.
I have one other quibble with this SpaceX, that he calls this rocket a starship, and I've always understood a starship is a spaceship that can go from one star to another star.
You watch too many movies.
Well, but he's built an amazing spaceship.
He can call it what he wants.
Well, I guess he can. It's his company.
That's it. All right.
Oh, well, I have one question. It's kind of like a listen to the missus question. It's about the new trash barrels that we're getting in Saginaw County.
Yeah, that are so heavy. Oh.
Well, they're designed. I think what's going to happen. They are designed to be picked up by the truck automatically. The driver doesn't have to get out, lift it, and do all of that. They are much bigger. They hold a lot more.
Right.
I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I can't wait to get mine.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We saw a truck passing out the barrels yesterday in Saginaw Township. It looks like everybody gets 2 barrels, one for recycling, one for trash.
Right.
But I'm wondering, what do you do if on a particular week you have more trash than fits in that can? What
I was under the impression that you could still put out your old ones, but I'm not sure. I'm going to have to check it. It may be different in every township. I don't know.
You can buy a second one.
You could buy a second one for a rather healthy price.
Okay. And what about yard waste? Is that how is yard waste?
Separate issue.
Same. It's the same as it was.
Yeah.
We still use the bags.
Yep.
The craft
Same as it
bags.
was. You got it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye now.
We got our barrels yesterday.
Yeah, mine are coming in June, I think.
And I thought, oh my gosh, I just feel for somebody who's single, who has, like an older woman that's got to cart that out to the curb. But
it does have wheels. Here's Paul in Saginaw. Paul, good morning.
Morning, Sue and Art. I have a question about the mental health issue. Sue, in your travels with this issue in your life, has any health professional ever talked about the importance of nutrition or the importance of avoiding substances or nutrition with this issue? Would you want to talk about it a little bit, or?
Sure. Actually, one place I got it twice was over in Health Source in White Pine. They went rather extensively. There were different classes they had, and one was on nutrition. Some were on medication. And so they did, I guess the other ones, and I've had quite a group of psychiatrists and therapists and all that stuff. And I went on my Best of the Midwest tour. I'm open about it, and sometimes I'll laugh about it because you just have to sometimes. But between Grand Rapids and Bay City and Saginaw, I guess part of it I don't remember, for one thing, but I do remember some of the doctors saying yes. I mean, not going into detail, but saying, nutrition and just basically having balance. I have about 7 things I have to do in order to maintain some balance. And one is, like you said, diet. Another one's exercise. Another one is taking your meds properly. And then another one is having psychiatrists, maybe therapist or a support group, and a couple other things. That the hard part is people say, why can't you just take a pill? Well, like you're saying, you've got to have, or why can't you just get over it? Or why can't you, do all these things? And like you said, nutrition is a big thing. How much you eat, what you eat, and exercise is another one. That's a real stumbling block for me. I have a membership at the Y, and unfortunately, they don't see me as much as they'd like to, I'm sure. But there's a lot of things we just have to keep plugging away at. Medication, another one. And some people are able to balance things. I've got a friend who does a lot of exercise and does proper nutrition, and he's not on medication, and that's under doctor's direction.
But everyone's
different.
Everybody's level of mental illness is different, just like physical illness.
Well, he has bipolar disorder, so that's something you really have to keep very tight watch over, but he's doing okay. Yeah.
Paul, thanks. Appreciate it.
Okay.
You bet.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye now.
Okay. Bye-bye.
And Scott in Saginaw before we have to take a break here. Scott, good morning.
Good morning, Art. Hey, I didn't realize you had a guest on either.
Yeah,
I was going to call to comment on Carl.
Yeah,
so I'll leave it alone to not take up somebody's time. I'll call back another time and comment on it.
I appreciate it. Have a great day, Scott.
Bye.
Take care. Bye-bye now. All right, we're going to take a break, come back, and we'll have more. Sue Smith with me in the studio.
Are you ready for new flooring but not sure you can afford it? Hi, this is Marianne from Warden Interiors in Frankenmuth. Get new floors at a price you can afford with Mohawk Spring National Savings Event. Save up to 30% on select top-quality Mohawk products like Smart Strand and Everstrand carpet. Also choose from some of today's most popular laminate wood and luxury vinyl styles. During Mohawk Spring National Savings Event, you'll get more floor at prices you can't beat. Warden Interiors on North Main Street in Frankenmuth will help you bring it all together.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do. But you have to plan for it. Start by tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh & Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Procter & Gamble shares are up 2.5% after the company reported a better-than-expected quarter. P&G makes everything from Bounty paper towels to Tide and Charmin brands. P&G says it raised prices by about 10% across various brands from a year ago. Its sale volume declined, but overall sales increased, a sign shoppers are buying less but paying more. P&G is optimistic and has raised its sales outlook. The Wall Street Journal says the Federal Reserve may close a loophole that allows some mid-sized banks to work around reporting losses on securities they hold. And Japan's largest internet bank went public today at the Tokyo Stock Exchange. Rakuten Bank was the biggest stock launch in Japan since 2018. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
In business, everything your employees do impacts your brand, including what they wear. Cintas has high-performance workplace apparel for almost every job imaginable. From work shirts and pants, to polos and khakis, to Oxfords or T-shirts, these clothes move, breathe, and look great. Your team gets the styles they like, you convey the image you want. And Cintas service includes weekly laundry and delivery. To learn more, visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Time to play WSGW's Baseball Bucks, presented by Westside Decorating Center. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering this baseball word online at WSGW.com. And the word is World, as in World Series, W-O-R-L-D. It's an Alpha Media company-wide contest. Must be 18 or older to play. One winner chosen each day. Complete rules at WSGW.com. Baseball Bucks, presented by Westside Decorating Center on WSGW.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Hello, Michigan. I'm John Gonzalez.
And I'm Amy Sherman. We've got big news.
We're back! And you can join us Sundays at 1 p.m. as we once again go behind the mitten.
We'll take you to every corner of the state, sharing the stories that make Michigan great.
Find a hidden gem or a new favorite spot that might be located right in your hometown.
We'll go above the bridge and taste our way across the state.
Join us Sundays at 1 p.m. right here on 100.5 and 790 News Radio, WSGW.
And we're back with you here on WSGW. Art Lewis with Sue Smith in the studio with me this morning, and Russ is on the phone. Russ, good morning.
Good morning, Art and Sue. Just wanted to say, that, and I know you talked about it before, but really do miss the listen to the Mrs. show. And I realize, today you can just Google a recipe and have a 1,000 to choose from, but I think the show was more than just a place to get a recipe. It was, it was a community of people that enjoyed food, and I don't know. I think we need some of those things around.
I have to say, it's funny that you say the whole Googling recipes. I was in here one time. I was on vacation for a couple weeks, and so I had guest people in here, and I had a local media person in here, actually 2 different ones in here, and somebody called in for a recipe, and both of them, separate occasions, separate, dates, they came in there and we couldn't find anything in the computer. So we're going to look somewhere else. And I mean, we could look anywhere else. It could have been a book in here, or we could have been Googling it ourselves to find it, but we didn't say, oh, here it is on Google. Well, guess what? The guests will say, well, look, I found it on Google. I'm like, I wait till a commercial break. And I'm like, shut up. We want to keep the show on the air. I'm like, why would you do that? I mean, they were both in media, so they both should have known better. I couldn't believe it.
Unfortunately, it was inevitable. It's just
things changed.
Things changed. Yeah.
Well, and I don't know how many people are aware of it or whatnot, but for the foodies out there that enjoy like a sense of community, I found a page on Facebook.
Right.
And it's called Hey Steve, What's for Dinner?
I'm on it.
I know you are. And it's so much fun. I mean, we all just share recipes and share our favorite dishes.
That's cool.
Pictures.
Where we've been out to eat. And I mean, I don't know. People need community like that.
That was the beauty of listening to the Missus in its day. It was like a coffee clutch.
Yeah.
We all just sat around, chatted about food and
You know,
stuff.
and we need that as people. It keeps us human.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's, you know, and it's not supposed to be about anything serious. It's just having fun together.
It was, and that's what it was.
And I have to take pictures, of course. You have to put them on there. I know Steve did. He'd take pictures and put them on there. And I even have garnishes. Yeah, I have garnishes out on the deck.
My neuropathy doesn't allow me to stand, cook like that anymore. I miss it, but I still enjoy the page.
That's great.
good.
So fun.
That's good.
We'll watch for you.
But I miss listening to Mrs. And it's nice hearing the both of you on the radio again.
That's kind of fun doing every now and then.
All right. You guys have a great day.
All righty. Thanks. Bye-bye. Now. There, I mean, we for the decades. Makes us sound so old. Well, we are. I am.
Thank you.
That's quite all right.
I'm getting older all the time.
That's good.
Considering the alternative.
That's right. Exactly the way I look at it.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun for a lot of years. Did a lot of things. Remember the green bagels?
Oh my gosh! Yes.
The story goes, folks. St. Patty's Day, Lenders put out these sort of miniature green bagels and sent us, I don't know, cases of them.
We did have cases of. We even had green bagel necklaces,
and we gave them away. I remember that so vividly.
We went different places that were green. We went to Sullivan's. We went to Green Acres. Remember our songs? Green bagels at Green Acres. Come by, get yours today.
Yeah.
And we had numbers on them. And at the end of the day, we drew numbers and gave away prizes when they called in. It was so
Some of the
funny.
silly things we did over the years. I mean, it's just.
I don't know if you know, but then a couple years later, I went over to our storage area and I found a case of moldy green bagels. Oh,
I hope we don't have that storage area anymore.
and then you had, the mugs. People would sing for their mugs.
Oh yeah,
the
well we had the
mugs.
first ones were the yellow ones, the glass ones. And if you dropped one of those, you were in trouble because
they
they
were
shattered.
Yes.
Yeah, we used to go out and people would sing WSGW, where you start your day.
Yep.
That
And
was-
our breakfast at Bronner's.
Somebody, somebody just came up to me yesterday
Uh-huh.
that was at those and told me how much fun they had and loved it so much.
We did. And then we did
Miss Wally, he was really one of those unique individuals,
Definitely. And playing accordion when he sang Silent Night was just one of the and you laugh, but he sang
I remember that.
he sang the middle verse in German.
Yep.
And I just was thanking my lucky stars and the good Lord when I got all the way through it without breaking down. It was so beautiful.
You still have the accordion?
I still do. It still do. Yep.
You ever pick it up?
Not enough, depending on who you ask. So I took it out at Christmas time for caroling and they asked me to stop. So I did. I put it away. I've never had anybody really say stop, but it's still there though. Oh well.
If you'd like to chat with Sue and me, give us a call, 989-752-6111. Be happy to talk to you, reminisce a little bit about the old days as we're going to do right now. And we have Sandy in Hampton Township. Sandy, good morning.
Good morning, Art and Sue. I have 2 points of interest. First of all, I commend Sue for talking about mental health. I think we need to hear more about that positively for people to get the help.
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, you talked about your recipe show. I have a suggestion. If you could possibly speak to your powers to be and see if you could put that show on once a month, maybe the first Friday
I
or
see
the
it.
first month of the month.
I'm going to let
You
you in
would
on a
be
little
surprised.
secret. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I tried that. And I haven't given up.
try it.
I haven't given up, but we have talked about it.
Try,
Yeah, we've
try it again because you would be pleasantly surprised to see how many people would tune in.
Well, now, yes, because it would be a once and done kind of thing once a month. That has possibilities, and I will mention it again.
Okay, please do.
Yeah.
And have a good day.
Well, thank you,
Thank you.
Sandy.
You
Thanks
too.
for calling. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
And let's go to Hemlock and talk to Carol this morning. Hi, Carol.
Hi, how are you this morning?
Very well, thanks.
Do you remember when you gave away the shamrock plants?
Oh, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Mine's still growing.
No.
That was from Botchke when they were in business.
Yep.
Oh my word.
It's in bloom right now.
No kidding. Oh, that's
Yep.
been what, 25, 30 years?
I don't know, a long time.
Long time. They live that long, huh? Wow.
Mine did.
Excellent.
I almost killed it once, but I revived it.
Tender love and care. Good
Yeah,
for
we
you.
gave away thousands of those.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
And I also have a question. I have all of your cookbooks, all of your holiday brochures.
Okay.
Fred Krell's mimeograph recipes.
I have some of those, yep.
What do I do with them? I'm getting up in age, and I don't want to get rid of them just yet. But
Well,
you know,
I would
what do I tell my kids?
suggest either circulate them in the family if somebody has an interest. But beyond that, either maybe
Library.
a library or one of the culinary programs at the intermediate school districts.
Okay.
A
'Cause we
career
have
center
we have
type thing.
Yeah, we have a good culinary arts program here in
Hemlock has an excellent
You
one.
do.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you
Tell
might-
Leanna said hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then that would be, I'd start there.
Because I don't want them just to be all separated and
Yeah, no,
So,
yeah.
you
If
know.
if you have that whole collection like that, I'd find a culinary program or someplace like
okay.
that.
I didn't know if the museum would want them.
I think they may have them. I'm not sure.
The Historical Museum
Yeah.
has some of them. I talked to Tom.
Yeah.
And they do have some of them. They don't have the whole set.
They have some
Okay.
because we had an exhibit down there a number of years ago.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and I know because I sent some stuff down, some Fred
good.
stuff.
Great.
Good.
So, but I was just wondering, like I said, I hated to have them just, be put in
Sure.
in a garage sale and have them all
Yep.
separated when there's the whole
And that's
collection.
what'll happen because people will buy the ones they're missing.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I just wanted to let you know about my shamrock plant.
That's
Carol,
great. Thank
thanks
you.
for calling. I appreciate
Okay.
it.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Memories coming back.
Lots of them.
Lots of good ones. Yeah, it's kind of fun. It was a long history. I mean, it's you don't do anything for 30 some odd years and not have fond memories and stories to tell.
What's cooking and the blooper rule. Real. Remember
Oh,
that?
Oh, yes,
yeah.
I do.
I post.
For
Yeah.
those of you that don't know, we did a TV thing. We did it in 2 different times. We've done TV, but Sue and I did a thing called What's Cooking. And there were a few fits and starts where we messed up and had to do it again and something.
Like the first one.
Like the first one where the rice wasn't in the pot. Yeah, I remember that. But Sue had put together a reel of all the errors.
Angie Miles did, actually.
Angie Miles did. That's
Yeah,
right. I
uh-huh,
forgot about that
yeah.
at TV5. And we have this blooper reel floating around.
It was too funny. Too funny. Well, we
Yeah.
did our boo-boos.
Well, we did. And we are going to take a break and be back with more. Lines open for you.
History is made and legends are born. The 2023 NFL Draft Watch Party, Thursday, April 27th, Ascend Sportsbook and Lounge at Soaring Eagle. Join Detroit Lions Herman Moore for a Q&A, plus Michigan sports legends and NFL experts breaking down who blew it and who blew it up. Enjoy $2 drafts, half-off wings, swag giveaways, and live music all night long. 2023 NFL Draft Watch Party at Ascend Sportsbook and Lounge at Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort, official partner of your Detroit Lions.
What's the most important part of a retirement plan?
Income is king because we all need income. And if you don't have an income plan, you don't have a retirement plan.
That's Kevin Ray, financial coach at Insight Folios. Kevin tells his listeners every week about the importance of income planning, minimizing taxes, and strategies to lead a worry-free retirement. Learn all about that and get your own complimentary financial review by calling 888-885-PLAN. That's 888-885-7526.
General RV is having a factory direct pricing sale. Factory direct. Factory direct. It's all happening April 19th through the 23rd. We want to make it easy for you to get out camping, so we're rolling back prices. They can't get any lower. 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 That means thousands of dollars in savings on motorhomes, travel trailers, fifth wheels, and more. General RV is having a factory direct pricing sale. Only at General RV in Birch Run off I-75.
If you're hiring, it can feel like you're trying to find a needle in a haystack. You can hope the right person comes along, or you can just use ZipRecruiter. And now you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. In fact, ZipRecruiter has helped a lot of business owners find their needle in a haystack, like Marco, president of operations at Telly Tires and Auto Centers. Because Telly Tires has grown a lot in the last few years, Marco needed to hire everyone from a receptionist to a store manager to a head mechanic.
ZipRecruiter helps me find all the right people, even the most difficult jobs to fill. ZipRecruiter helps me keep my business running.
Take it from Marco and millions of other businesses who've used ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter can help you find the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/RADIO. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for the weekend? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends what you need in discreet packaging with 2-day shipping. Generic Viagra from $4 at Roman. Go to ro.co/bed. Do it today and get 20% off your entire first order. That's ro.co/bed.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right, but right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair, Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Thank you for being with 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW in the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. Art Lewis, Sue Smith with me in the studio. And let's get back to our phones. This is Royal in Shields. Good morning, Royal.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm calling for two things. First of all, it's wonderful to hear your voice again, Sue.
Oh, thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes, yes. And secondly, I just made a call to Waste Management today, and I found out that once your large bins are delivered, if you want the smaller bins, you can call them and they will come out and exchange them.
Really? Oh, that's so good to know
No
for
kidding.
people.
So let me ask you this,
Yeah.
Royal. Do you know if you fill up the large one and you have some overflow, can you also put out a small one with it?
I've heard that that is true.
And that's what I thought.
Yes, I do believe that that's true. That you don't have to, toss out your old ones.
Right.
I'm quite sure that that's true. But I mean, you'd have to call them on that. But anyone who wants the smaller bins, you can. Once your big ones are delivered, they will then come out and exchange.
Interesting.
Well, and I noticed cool thing that they did is on both bins, they put in there what you can, like recycling, what you can put in there. And then the regular bins, they have what goes in there too, and weights and stuff. So that's nice to know.
Oh yes, there's a chart and the delivery dates, and it's all very, very well organized. Yes.
Excellent. Very good.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thanks
the information.
So much. Love your show.
Thank you. Dear.
Alrighty.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye now.
Yes, you're welcome. Bye-bye.
And this is Cindy in Bay City. Cindy, good morning.
Good morning. I'm a longtime listener. I just had to tell you about a month ago on Facebook in Memories of Bay City, I put a picture up of several cookbooks, of your cookbooks.
Oh, did you really?
The response is overwhelming. Even Facebook even commented on the response, and every single thing was positive, and how much they missed it, and how, their grandmothers listened, and it was just it was unbelievable. In 3 days, there was just an enormous amount of response.
And that was, it's interesting because that was one of the things about that show. It was generational. It was handed down
Surely
from
was.
generation to generation. And
Well,
11 cookbooks. I mean, it's pretty,
right.
pretty storied history.
People were asking where they could buy them, and there was a big response about that. But I said this when I put it up. I always listened. I had 4 children. I always listened to the show, and I might hear something that morning, and by dinner time, we'd be having it for dinner. So.
Yeah, exactly.
And my kids like to talk about their favorite recipes when they get together, and I have to tell you, corn casserole, and another one, and I always called it Granny's apple because I don't know the true name, but it had 9 cups of apples. Every time I make that, people ask for that recipe. So
I think it is Grandma's apple crisp. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds familiar.
It's a favorite. So anyway, I just had to tell you how popular that was on Facebook.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate the thoughts, and it's great history. It's great memories for us.
And for me too.
Good.
Thank you.
Great.
Excellent.
All right. Thank you.
Cindy, thank you so much.
Mhm.
Bye-bye now.
Sure. Bye-bye.
It is, it's interesting, isn't it? We
Definitely family memories. I mean, that's what it's food.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's it.
I have to laugh because Scott's grandmother had a whole box. I've got a box of some of her recipes. Some are handwritten on cards. Some are written on yellow legal papers like that. And then some of them were one of them was a pet cookbook. And I'm thinking it's going to have pet recipes. Is pet milk. The whole thing.
Yeah.
It was so funny.
have a card file.
Mhm.
You remember those folks?
I do.
Matter of fact, we used to have them in here, but they're not
Yeah.
here anymore, but they're around. But I had a card file, and in that file is all my mother's recipes. And my late wife would make notes on them because she either liked it or maybe modified it.
Little this, little less of
she
this.
changed
Yep,
this,
yep.
So there's a whole stack of them that are
cool.
are modified and goes back. And I remember them. I being alone now, I don't cook as much, obviously. I eat out a lot, but I have a couple of recipes that I will make simply because they're my life's memory.
Mm-hmm.
Apple kugel is one of them.
Yeah.
And that's a must for me. And so I, every now and then I'll dirty up the kitchen to make that.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I have to tell you. It's one of the reasons I don't cook so much is I don't want to clean.
Oh, I know. I hear you.
Cooking for one is no fun. This is Mike from Shields. Mike, are you there? Mike? Hello, Mike.
Hello?
There he is.
Oh, okay. Gotta go. Wasn't him.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we'll take a break, come back, and we will get to calls.
Unlock your best lawn yet with innovative zero-turn mowers, lawn tractors, walk-behind mowers, and more at Wohlfeil's Ace Hardware, your locally owned Cub Cadet dealer. Like the Cub Cadet Ultima Series, zero-turn mowers that are engineered to give you the ultimate all-around mowing experience by delivering next-level comfort and premium cut quality, as well as superior speed and control. And only Wohlfeil's, your local dealer, can offer this level of strength and back it up with genuine parts, accessories, and trained service technicians to keep your equipment running strong. From barbecues to backyard batting practice, you'll love to lawn for years to come with the Cub Cadet residential mowers. For expert advice, superior service, and exceptional offers, visit Wohlfeil's Ace Hardware, 5818 State Street, Saginaw, where customer service still exists. Open 7 days.
It's the sound of a good deal. That's music to your ears.
At Wildfire Credit Union, our team will tell you that everything we do is for our members because it's about you always.
I had a member who received an email that a reputable company that she works with was going to take a large amount of money out of her account. She was panicked and upset, And I walked her through what she needed to do, told her the exact steps to do, and that I would keep an eye on her account. So she followed all of my instructions to the letter. And then the company that charged her account was aware that it was a scam. And they gladly and apologetically assured her that everything would be just fine and the money would not come out of her account. So she was very grateful.
Saving members money, providing personalized service, going the extra mile. That's Wildfire Credit Union. Find out for yourself. Call, click, or come by any Wildfire location to experience banking the way it's supposed to be, where it's about you, always. Wildfire Credit Union. Distinctively better. Member NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Finding great people to hire can be like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Their powerful matching technology delivers so many qualified candidates, it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. For less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Yeah, I'm so stressed. Our business is growing. We've got people all over now.
Ooma.
What is that? Meditation?
I'm recommending the Ooma cloud phone system with auto attendant and more than 50 features.
Ooma?
Yep, switching to Ooma is a cinch. Just $24.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees.
Ooma.
Now you're feeling it. Find small business calm at ooma.com/radio. That's OOMA.com/radio.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for the weekend? Right now, generic Viagra, aka Sildenafil, is just $4 per dose at Roman. Just complete a free online visit with a U.S. licensed healthcare professional. If medication is appropriate, Roman sends what you need in discreet packaging with 2-day shipping. Generic Viagra from $4 at Roman. Go to ro.co/bed. Do it today and get 20% off your entire first order. That's ro.co/bed.
Do bank closures, inflation rate hikes, and the roller coaster of the market frighten you as much as it does me? You need to call Oxford Gold. Securing your IRA or 401k with real gold and silver is a portfolio protection plan, and Oxford Gold has made it as easy as 1, 2, 3. One app, one call, and you pick the precious metals. That's it. You now own real precious metals. Call Oxford Gold today and learn more about the 1, 2, 3 protection plan at 833-404-GOLD. That's 833-404-GOLD.
Hi, this is Mike Avery. You know you can hear my outdoor magazine show Sunday mornings, 9 till noon on WSGW. But now there's another option. Saturday morning, 6 till 9. Tune in for the latest outdoor news and information, hunting and fishing tips, wildlife and conservation issues, even some wild game cooking. That's Outdoor Magazine now on Saturday mornings too, 6 till 9, right here on WSGW 790 AM and 100.5 FM.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. Art Lewis and Sue Smith sitting in with me this morning. Let's see, this should be Sharon in Linwood. Is that right, Sharon?
Correct.
Good morning.
Good morning, Art and Sue.
Morning.
So good to hear from you.
Thank you.
Do you remember the bus trips to Shipshewana?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Oh, my gosh.
You remember the driver?
Well, there was one trip where you gave away a free ticket or whatever if you'd send a card into the station.
Right.
And I had won that one time. And so I took my friend with me and we had such fun. And so the next trip, she sent in over a dozen cards. I don't even know how many. And she won.
Funny.
And she took me.
That's great. We did have
That's
a good
funny.
time.
You know, the funny thing about that, and Sue was more involved than I was in it, but a lot of times when we got multiple entries, we'd only put one in the drawing because
Oh,
it
well.
was one per person, if I
Right.
remember right.
I
And
don't
so
even
it
know
makes
how
it
many
even lucky.
cards she had
Oh,
sent in.
sometimes we'd get tons of them from
Yeah.
people, you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Great
I
memories.
said, you won. Oh, my goodness. And she said, well, I sent in so many cards. And I said, oh, gosh.
Little does she know she was lucky.
Well, we did one to Gray. We went on
Oh,
the
yeah, the
river,
boat road.
yeah, and we
Yeah.
went to Lutz's.
Uh-huh.
And where else did we go? Greenfield Village. I went
Okay.
down
Greenfield
there.
I
Village.
think I went on that one too.
That was
come to
fun.
think of
That
it.
was fun too.
Yeah.
They were all fun. Did you go to the one up north where the what happened to the bus?
Oh, well, the way back, that was an all great trip.
Yeah.
It was a brand new bus, brand new. And it stalled in a work zone in
Oh
Pinconning.
dear. No, I
Right at
don't
the-
remember that.
Right
I
at
must-
the end of the work zone in Pinconning, it stalled and it could not get it started.
Oh,
6
dear.
guys got out, went to the back of the bus, and pushed us out of the work zone. And then it started up right
That
away.
was funny. Oh man.
Oh, my
yeah.
goodness.
Those were the days.
Made
The
the ride more
memories that come back, you know.
Absolutely.
Made it more exciting. That's what it is.
Well, I'm glad you brought them back for us.
Oh dear. Well, thank you so much.
All righty.
God bless.
Thank you. You too.
Bye bye.
Oh, speaking of memories, what about Art Lewis coming to the hospital right after Scott Jr. was
Oh, yeah.
born?
That's right.
That was so funny.
Broadcast from upstairs. Yeah.
I remember I have a tape of him doing
Yeah.
it's so cool. Not many people have something like that for the baby book.
No.
We did the Name the Smith Baby show too
That's right.
ahead of time, so it was fun.
And here's Mike in Shields. Mike, good morning.
Hey, good morning, you two guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sue. A long time no see. I haven't talked to you in a while.
I know.
That's why I had to call in just to say hi. But
Well,
yeah, I do have a question though. I'm going to get a hold of somebody in your business office. I tried to get into that Rocket Grab Plus.
Yeah.
Went online yesterday and went through the whole thing because I wanted to get in. Well, actually, it wasn't yesterday; it was a few days ago, and I wanted to get into that Sullivan thing. So I went in, did all the prompts, everything, put my credit card number in, blah blah blah, and it was.
It was what? What'd you say?
Yeah, I wanted to get.
Yeah, but
into.
what did you find when you got in there?
Well, I went in and they give you, you're supposed to put in your your credit card number and the other information. I filled that all out. It wouldn't let me go into, get the credit, the Sullivan's thing.
It might have been sold out. I'll have to check.
No, this was 2 or 3 days before it sold out, and so I tried again the next day, and it still wouldn't let me. But I was in the old one before they had the plus.
You got to go in the plus.
I know,
yeah.
did.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't let me because it kept on. I think I was trying to use my old credit card number.
Did you re-register for plus?
Yes, I did.
I mean, you got to start from the beginning and start all over again.
I did, and I even put in a new password, which I hate. I hate passwords anyway.
Got to do everything all over again. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know.
Including your credit card number.
I did, and then I went to the when you say checkout, and I went into checkout, and it just wouldn't give me it.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look. See if I can find out.
Well, I did leave a message to have, I forgot what the guy's name is, that's supposed to be in charge of that, but he never called me back either.
All right. I'll check.
Take care. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right. So I want to end on the note where we began, although one of the calls coming in, we'll take it when we get it. But again, May 8th, 1 to 3 p.m. at Saginaw Valley State University. You're going to be doing a session, right?
Yeah, it's called It's Okay Not to Be Okay, about, mental health and how to spot it and how to get some help. Definitely.
Should be an interesting time. And the neat thing about it is more and more people today are talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just for the benefit of the person suffering, but the caretakers need to know about it.
Yeah. And there's 1 in 5 people will experience some sort of mental illness in their lifetime. So everybody around, we all need to work together to break the stigma.
And see if you can read that phone number again.
I can't. It is 989-964-4475. And that's to register. That's for Ollie. And if you want to get in on that, you can sign up to join Ollie if you want, or you can just come to the class.
Or you can email Sue at cookingmrs, COOKINGMRS at sbcglobal.net. And your NAMI meetings, when do you hold your It's Okay Not to Be Okay meetings?
We are the first and third Thursdays of the month at McDonald Cadillac. We are there.
Yeah, little cafe area?
Yeah, it's in Mac Cafe. The cafe is being redone. So when they are, we'll be celebrating that. So, but we meet in there. It's so nice of Bill and Andrea McDonald to let us meet there. Very generous of them. And we've got a nice space, and you're welcome to join us. My information too, you can email me on that one, and I'll be happy to talk to you ahead of time, let you know what we do.
Good. You have nothing to do.
I have nothing to do. I have lots to do. I just need to do it.
I do. Welcome
It's
to my
motivation. I know it's a motivation.
Yep.
I'll be excited one moment, and then the next time.
world. We were talking about that. I told somebody yesterday, I got to put together a list and sit down and start working through it.
Yeah.
So I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off,
Lists for anybody, but particularly if you have some sort of situation like mine, lists are definitely good. And then if you don't get it done that day, don't beat yourself up, but move it to the
Still on
next.
the list.
But I've been doing that for years. The lists are getting longer and longer, it feels like. But oh well.
All right, Sue, love you. Glad you were here.
Thank you for having me. It's been wonderful. And thank you
Absolutely.
to all the listeners for calling and listening. It was
It was
wonderful
fun.
to be back. Yeah.
We're going to take our last break and come back and close out.
Retirement is more than a newly discovered free time. It's a time to reflect on how you'll be remembered and your legacy. It's important to make proper arrangements now. Tune in to WSGW every Sunday at 8 a.m. to your Financial Empower Hour with Jason and Carl Kreiderman from Great Lakes Investment Advisors in Midland. Learn how to structure your retirement savings to increase the value of your estate and help leave the legacy you want. Plus, call Great Lakes Investment Advisors today, and they will include a complimentary Legacy Maximizer at 989-835-7203. That's 989-835-7203. This commercial shall in no way be construed as solicitation to sell securities or advisory services of any state other than Michigan or where otherwise permitted. Topics should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation. Advisory services offered through Great Lakes Investment Advisors, a registered investment advisor in the state of Michigan.
Finding great people to hire is like trying to find a needle in a haystack. It's pretty difficult, right? Well, ZipRecruiter has mastered finding a needle in a haystack, so they take it to the next level. They make hiring so simple that it's like finding a needle in a needle stack. And that's why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. Here's what it's like to use ZipRecruiter. They have so many qualified candidates that it's easier to find the right ones for your roles. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. That's a lot of needles. So how do they do it? ZipRecruiter's powerful technology sends you candidates who are a great match for your job, and you can even invite your top choices to apply. So if you want less hay and more needles, head to ZipRecruiter.
And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free. At ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/FREE. ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
The Ramsey Show, weeknights at 10 on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW.
All right. Thanks to Sue Smith for spending a couple hours with us, and thank all of you who called in and listened. We appreciate it. We're going to head toward Focus this morning. We're going to help you with your retirement planning because we'll talk to Mindy McIntosh from McIntosh & Associates. But before we do that, news from CBS and the local report with Michael Percha in the WSGW newsroom. After all the news, we'll be back with Focus. We'll talk to you then.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Steve Kathan. For the second day this week, attention squarely focused on the U.S. Supreme Court for a decision on the availability of the drug mifepristone. It's key in medical abortions and miscarriage treatment and is the subject of an intense court battle. Legal analyst Thane Rosenbaum.
The Supreme Court is not being asked to rule on the legitimacy of the FDA's approval of the abortion pill. They are simply being asked to place a stay on the decision of the Texas federal judge disallowing the use of the drug while his decision is being appealed.
White House correspondent Weijia Jiang reports sources indicate President Biden will likely announce his re-election effort next week, perhaps as early as Tuesday.
We are told the president has not made any official decisions or even signed off on a specific date, so it could slide. This will likely be an important topic of conversation this weekend when President Biden will be at Camp David with staff and family.
Storms did destruction in parts of the nation's midsection for a second straight night. Power is out to tens of thousands in several states. In Austin, Texas, drivers were stranded. Some needed to be rescued because of flooding triggered by heavy rain.
I floated with it for a little bit because I didn't know what to do.
Forecasters say storms are possible this weekend in the Mississippi Valley and into the Deep South. It's still a chaotic and dangerous situation in Sudan, where fighting between the forces of two rival generals has crippled the capital, Khartoum. CBS's Imtiaz Tayeb.
According to the World Health Organization, over 400 people have been killed since the violence erupted a few days ago. Many thousands more have been injured, and few have been able to get medical help because the risks in trying to get to hospitals, which are already running out of supplies, are just so high.
And in the Middle East, it's an important day for Muslims.
Tens of thousands of Palestinians gathered at the Al-Aqsa Mosque for prayers marking the end of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan and the beginning of the three-day holiday called Eid al-Fitr. The Al-Aqsa Mosque is the third holiest site in Islam after the cities of Mecca and Medina in Saudi Arabia. The Jordanian-backed Waqf, which controls the site, said that 4 million worshippers had visited during Ramadan, despite clashes between Palestinians and Israeli soldiers earlier in the month. Linda Gradstein for CBS News, Jerusalem.
Former pro wrestler Ted DiBiase Jr. has been indicted in Mississippi. It's alleged companies he runs got sham contracts and misspent millions of dollars in welfare money. Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is down 74 points. The NASDAQ is down 30 points, and the S&P is down 8.5. This is CBS News.
Streamline how you hire with Indeed. Their powerful hiring platform makes it easy to attract, interview, and hire candidates all in the same place. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Are you ready for new flooring but not sure you can afford it? Hi, this is Marianne from Warden Interiors in Frankenmuth. Get new floors at a price you can afford with Mohawk's Spring National Savings Event. Save up to 30% on select top-quality Mohawk products like Smart Strand and Everstrand carpet. Also choose from some of today's most popular laminate wood and luxury vinyl styles. During Mohawk's Spring National Savings Event, you'll get more floor at prices you can't beat. Warden Interiors on North Main Street in Frankenmuth will help you bring it all together.
We can't see tomorrow, but we can hear it. Tomorrow sounds like hydrogen being added to natural gas to make it more sustainable. It sounds like solar panels generating thousands of megawatts. And it sounds like carbon being captured and stored, keeping it out of our atmosphere. We've been bridging to a sustainable energy future for more than 20 years. Because what we do today helps ensure tomorrow is on. Enbridge. Life takes energy.
My brother-in-law died suddenly, and now my sister and her kids have to sell their home. That's why I told my husband we could not put off getting life insurance any longer. An agent offered us a 10-year, $500,000 policy for nearly $50 a month. Then we called SelectQuote. SelectQuote found us identical coverage for only $19 a month, a savings of $369 a year.
Whether you need a $500,000 policy or a $5 million policy, SelectQuote could save you more than 50% on term life insurance. For your free quote, call SelectQuote at 1-800-330-1991. That's 1-800-330-1991. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-330-1991. SelectQuote. We shop, you save. Full details on example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. You've made contributions to your 401k every single paycheck for years. Tune in Sundays at 8 a.m. on WSGW for your Financial Empower Hour with Jason and Carl Kreiderman from Great Lakes Investment in Midland. They will give you information like how your 401k's tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes. Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a guide that will teach you how to avoid an IRS early distribution penalty and full taxation on rollovers, the little-known weapon you can use, your most mistake-proof option, and more. Request your guide today at 989-835-7203 or visit GreatLakesInvestmentAdvisors.com. This commercial shall in no way be construed as solicitation to sell securities or advisory services of any state other than Michigan or where otherwise permitted. Topics should be discussed with your individual advisor prior to implementation. Advisory services offered through Great Lakes Investment Advisors, a registered investment advisor in the state of Michigan.
For Friday, a high of 60 degrees. A cold front clearing the area will keep some scattered rain showers, especially towards the east, through this morning. Our wind is out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tonight, we'll have a low of 44, isolated showers with a southwest wind turning westerly. That'll be around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then on Saturday, a high of 53, scattered rain and even a few snowflakes mixing in during the evening. Your west wind will gust up to 20 miles per hour on Saturday. By Sunday, just looking at only a slight chance for a few spotty showers and possibly a couple of snowflakes mixing in. Otherwise, drier, just cooler still. Only a high of 46 on Sunday before warming back to the 50s next week. From the First Alert Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Matthew Mondro.
And the current temperature reading we have at WSGW is 48 degrees.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com. Focus is presented by RoofMax. That's RoofMax with 2 X's.
And on the Focus program today, we are expecting to talk with our special guest. That would be Mindy McIntosh as special co-host of the Wealth Michigan program that you hear on WSGW on Sundays at noon. And we're still attempting to make our connection with Mindy. And so what we'll do is take an opening break here. and see if we can facilitate that and then continue the focus program here on WSGW, your Friday morning edition.
The Saginaw County Sports Hall of Fame will be announcing the class of 2023 on April 27th, and you are invited. Each year, athletes, teams, and contributors who have made an impact on the community or local athletics are celebrated. You can be among the first to know who the lifetime voting members elected this year. For more information, go to SaginawCountySports.org or call 989-921-3677. Social hour begins at 5 p.m. Announcements start at 6. All happening inside the Castle Museum in downtown Saginaw. Food provided by Tom Wood Catering.
Hometown feel and big-time winning. That's Saginaw Eagles Landing, the place where everyone greets you with smile after smile. In the casino, at the restaurants, or in the hotel, this is a getaway that makes you feel right at home. We've got hundreds of slots, great food, and a comfy place to stay. So come on in and see what the good times are all about. Saginaw Eagles Landing Casino and Hotel. Real fun, real friendly. Visit saginaw-eagleslanding.com for complete rules and details.
This is Dan Streeter, CEO of Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan. With Easter behind us, you might think there's nothing much to celebrate right now, but at Rescue Ministries of Mid-Michigan, we keep the hope of Easter alive all year round. A hot meal served with kindness and respect is often the first step to a new life. When you support Rescue Ministries, you help provide life-changing services to neighbors experiencing hunger and homelessness. Please go to r3monline.org to make a gift today. Remember, there's no place like home unless you don't have one.
I'm Scott Trout, attorney and CEO of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. We help men deal with the life changes triggered by divorce, such as child custody and property division, among many others. But life changes also occur after divorce. These changes can make parts of your existing court order irrelevant. If you feel a modification to your court orders might be necessary, talk to us at Cordell & Cordell. We're a partner men can count on.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Detroit area attorneys. A partner men can count on. Offices in Troy and Ann Arbor. CordellCordell.com.
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
You are with WSGW in the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
Time to play WSGW's Baseball Bucks, presented by Westside Decorating Center. Right now, you can qualify to win the daily cash prize of $1,000 by entering this baseball word online at WSGW.com. The word is circle, like the on deck circle, CIRCLE, circle. Alpha Media Company-wide contest must be 18 or older to play. One winner chosen each day. Complete rules at WSGW.com. This is the last day of the competition. Baseball Bucks presented by Westside Decorating Center on WSGW. Anyway, here on Focus, we're expecting to chat with Mindy. We will do that at some other time. So what we'll do for the remainder of the show, about 10 minutes worth, is have open phones. If there's something you want to talk about, give us a call, 989-752-6111, and we can chat with you this morning. Just some thoughts on last night at the Dow. Saginaw Spirit fell to Sarnia, and that concluded the second round series. Sarnia moves on to the Western Conference Final, the Western Division Final. And I must tell you, Saginaw Spirit have nothing to hold their head down on. They were playing a team much older and bigger, and actually gave them pretty good battles throughout that round. It's on to next year. Tonight is the OHL draft, and the Saginaw Spirit hockey operations group will be busy shoring up what they see as needs in next year's lineup. But potentially 21 of these young men can come back next year and be a year older and stronger. We had the youngest team in the Ontario Hockey League, playing, by the way, one of the oldest in terms of age. In Sarnia, They sort of stacked the deck at the trade deadline and decided they were going to make a run for it. Brought on a whole group of 19-year-olds. So our 16-year-olds and 17-year-olds are going up to 19 and 20-year-olds, and it's a tough road to hoe, but they did very well. And I have to say a few words about the organization, the Saginaw Spirit organization. I've been involved with it since its inception. And a great group of people. And in recent years made even greater with the addition of Dave Drinkle, the general manager, and Chris Lazary, the coach. These are tremendous hockey people. Can't say enough about the owner, Dick Garber, and of course the president and managing partner, Craig Goslin. They've become good friends and have a great deal of respect for the way they run an organization, because they are really people-oriented and community-oriented. And it's a wonderful thing that they have managed now to be awarded the Memorial Cup next year, 2024. And the community is going to benefit more than just the fact that it's probably a $25 million hit, a good hit to the community. It'll bring in about $25 million. But there will be a legacy to what happens at the Dow Event Center, because they're going to do some construction. There's going to be some new suites. They're going to redo dressing rooms, things of that nature, new ceilings, and overall make improvements to the facility, which will be used for other things like concerts and things like that in the arena. They'll now have suites that they can use for those concerts. And it's going to be very nice when it's done at no additional cost to taxpayers, which is nice too. And the organization, I know, has said this many times, but I'm going to say it anyway. Thanks to Robert Bellman and Chairman Chris Boyd of the County Commissioners for moving ahead with this and supporting it, because without them, it would not have happened. And to the selection committee, thank you for choosing Saginaw. It is the first time ever that the Memorial Cup will be held in the United States east of the Mississippi. It has been out on the West Coast a few times, 3 times, as a matter of fact, in the state of Washington and Oregon. But this is the first time that the Ontario Hockey League will award the Memorial Cup to an American city. And we are very proud to be that city. It's going to be a great time. There's going to be all kinds of things for the public. Even if you're not a hockey fan, there'll be a fan fest down at Jolt Park. There'll be all kinds of exciting things to do. And there's going to be a lot of improvements. One of them, under the Marsh Street Bridge, under the Marsh Highway Bridge, I should say, that big area that right now is kind of desolate, just empty land, is going to be spruced up. There'll be benches, a sidewalk, murals. It'll be a nice park to take a walk along the riverfront. There'll be some improvements made to Hoyt Park. And, of course, lots of activities taking place during the Memorial Cup. It happens beginning, I think, May 22nd of 2024, and runs for 12, 13 days, depends on the tournament. The best hockey players in Canada and the United States will be there, because it is not just an Ontario Hockey League event. It is a Canadian Hockey League event. It is the biggest championship in Canada, and we have it in the United States. Something to be proud of. I want to tell you, not everybody gets that chance, and we were up against some pretty stiff competition. Sault Ste. Marie, Niagara, and Kingston were all in the running, and we came out on top. And that was due to the work and the leadership of Craig Goslin, who will tell you that there are 60 other people involved, and it didn't happen without them. He's right. It took all 60 people to make it happen, but it was because of his leadership and taking the bull by the horns and running with it that it happened. There's a reason he's been executive of the year in the Canadian Hockey League twice. And that the Saginaw Spirit lead in corporate sales. And we do it by well over $800,000 a year. So it's quite a tribute. And the economic impact to this area of the Saginaw Spirit has been enormous. And it's a community, it really is a community project. Dick Garber wanted it as a community project to start with. And with the foundation and the work they do with nonprofits, it has become a community project. Proud of it. Happy to have the kind of attendance they had this year. We had broken records for attendance this year. And tremendous young men on the team, every one of them of good character, which is nice to have. So onward to next year. The team was being built for the next 2 years, so we'll see if that pays off, because they'll all be a little older, a little stronger, a little faster, and they're already skilled. Going to be interesting to watch, see how they develop. And that was part of the success of winning the Memorial Cup bid, because you had to have a competitive team, because the host team is included in the Memorial Cup playoffs. You have 4 teams in the playoffs. You have the winner of the Western Hockey League, the winner of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, and the winner of the Ontario Hockey League, plus the host team. And if it happens that the host team wins their league, then the team they played to win is also invited. So there's always 4 teams, and it's a round-robin kind of competition. And it's an exciting time. You get to see some of the best hockey players in the world. It is the #1 development league in the world. Many, 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 many NHL players come out of the Canadian Hockey League. And we've been blessed to have quite a few, as all the other teams have too. So something to look forward to next year. The Memorial Cup coming to Saginaw. It'll be a great time. Meantime, work will begin pretty soon on renovations at the Dow Event Center. And we're looking forward to that. There'll be a lot of nice things added to the event center. We will be back to close out after these notes.
While you're comfortable inside your home or business, the weather takes a toll on your roof. Wind, rain, hail, UV rays, and the heat of the sun cause premature failure of your shingles. Everyone loves to save money. If you have an aging roof, don't spend a lot of money on replacement. Get a RoofMax shingle treatment and get some peace of mind. Get more life for less money, guaranteed with RoofMax, a powerful fusion of science and nature. Call Ben today at 859-6751.
Here comes summer. Time to hit the beach or beat the heat in the mountains.
We're taking the kids to the beach for the first time. We're so excited.
We're doing whitewater rafting this year. It looks like so much fun.
No matter the destination, MBS International Airport is ready for takeoff. With services through Delta and United Airlines, you will feel upgraded as soon as you walk through the door. Book your flight today at mbsairport.org, and we'll help you make it a summer to remember.
I'm Howard Mackler, founder of Innovation Refunds. You've heard me talking about the payroll tax refund for months. If you own a business, even if you've asked your CPA about this, you owe it to yourself to take another look. We provide a licensed and insured tax attorney who evaluates your company at my expense to determine eligibility. Businesses of all types can qualify, so go to getrefunds.com to potentially get a payroll tax refund of up to $26,000 per employee. Download the Innovation Refunds app or go to getrefunds.com, getrefunds.com.
Countryside Killers, say your prayers. Sister Boniface is back on the case.
What is it, sister? I think we have our motive for murder.
The Cotswolds' brilliant Detective Nunn returns in BritBox's much-loved spin-off of Father Brown.
So he was electrocuted. Yes. How shocking. Oh.
Season 2 of Sister Boniface Mysteries is now streaming exclusively on BritBox.
Most intriguing.
Undeniably British, undeniably brilliant.
That'll do it for Focus today. Focus presented by RoofMax. Find out more. Go to GetRoofMax.com. That's GetRoofMax with 2 X's. We head on over to Steve Anderson. Jonathan Dent here, by the way. This is not Art Lewis. He is not de-aged by... I won't say by how much. We head on over to Steve Anderson now from Baird and Company. Steve, good morning.
And good morning, Art/Jonathan.
It's not Art. It's Jonathan.
Okay.
Got to make sure. Yeah.
Or Art.
I've got a few feet on Art. How are things in New York?
Well, right now they're down just a little bit. Dow Jones Industrial Average is down 58 points, putting it at 33,729 on volume of 271 million shares. The Nasdaq's down 18, putting it at 12,043, and the volume